Hey everybody, it's Michela here with RVA Pups, and I've got Merlin and Bonkers behind me. Merlin actually lived here with me when I lived here for 16 years, but Bonkers is new to the area. So I am standing outside of St. John's Church, which is the church where Patrick Henry gave his "Give me liberty or give me death" speech. So our founding fathers actually did sit in this very church to hear that. So it makes it really pretty cool. This church is the reason why Church Hill is called Church Hill. It's also the center, well, not quite the center, but the basis for the St. John's Church Historic District that's here in Church Hill, which is important if you're into houses and you want to buy one and fix it up because you can get tax credits, which is pretty awesome. um, Church Hill actually has 5 different historic districts. The St. John's Church one is the oldest. Then they've got Chimborazo, which we'll be popping by shortly. We've also got Chaco Valley, Union Hill, which has some great restaurants, and Church Hill North. So we are going to be visiting several different spots around Church Hill with our pooches here so you can appreciate the awesomeness of this neighborhood. I lived here for 16 years and absolutely loved it. My brother lived here as my neighbor, and we called it Mary Berry in the city because everybody knows everybody else's business.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Proper Pie. It's Chris here with RVA Pups. We love the food scene out here in Church Hill. It's fantastic. And our first stop, or one of our stops today, was at Proper Pie, which has the honor of Alton Brown saying it's the best pumpkin pie that he has ever tasted. You know, you think of a pie store and you think of sweets, right? But the best part about Proper Pie is not only do you have that sweet, but you have the savory components. And here at RVA Pups, we love Proper Pie because they also cater to our furry friends. We've got water out here, and we've got a little doggy window for the pups to check out if they want to order too. So come on out when you're in Church Hill and check out Proper Pie. And we look at, they even got dog treats in the window. Yes, it is fantastic. Come check it out.
So I wanted to make sure to include one of my favorite blocks here in Church Hill. This is called the Man Netherwood Row, and it's named after the famous architects Man and Netherwood. But isn't it gorgeous? These houses actually next to me have a very special private backyard just for them. And I think they may still even have a beekeeper that lives here. How cool is that?
Hey guys, welcome to another great food spot here in Church Hill. This is Sub Rosa. And before we go any further, I got to apologize. We had to leave the pups in the car. Too crazy out here right now. Left them in the car. You might hear Merlin going crazy because he wants to come out and get a bite to eat. Hey, while I have a second, hit like and subscribe and check out the other videos we have for RVA Pups. Come with me across the street and we're going to take a look at another incredible restaurant as this car goes by. This is the Roosevelt over here. You totally want to take some time, get a reservation, and come over and check out the Roosevelt. It is just fantastic, and the food out here, as we talked about in Church Hill, is awesome. And these 2 spots right across the street, you can't go wrong. So check them out.
Hey guys, now we're going to be showing you Libby Park, and this amazing row of houses that faces Libby Park. Now, one little interesting fact that we have here, excuse the tree, this particular house, if you all are familiar with the movie Lincoln, Daniel Day-Lewis actually lived in this house while they were filming, and he had them turn off all the lights, all the electricity, the power, everything. And he would walk around the neighborhood dressed like Lincoln, like constantly in his character. He just would not break character for that. So that's just one more thing that makes Church Hill a very special place to live. Sometimes you just have weird stuff like that going on.
Welcome back, guys. It's Chris, and we are here at Libby Park. Best part about Libby Park here in January, when we get a little bit of snow, that's the hill you want to be on. Get your kids out there, get your dogs in a sled, for goodness sakes. Get them out there, slide down that hill. This spot out here is fantastic. You can get all the way down the hill. You can go grab some lunch at Poe's Pub, which is delicious. Also, come out here to exercise in the morning get your CrossFit in, get your stair climbing in. When we had our bike race back here, when they built the Colonial Rail Trail, they used this hill and the cobblestones to go all the way up and get their elevation. It's a great spot. Come on out and check out Libby Park.
So here I'm standing in one of the most important spots in Richmond. This is actually the view that named Richmond. Now, if any of you are Ted Lasso fans like I am, season 1, episode 2, I believe, there's a scene where Ted is feeding Keely a hamburger and you can see the river behind them and it looks very similar to this view. And that's because this looks very much like Richmond-on-Thames, and that's why we are now standing in Richmond.
So some of you might think living down in Churchill, you're gonna have a small yard and not a lot of space to do anything outdoors. Now, if you're like me and you have a green thumb and you love to garden and have some vegetables, you can come out and rent a spot here at the Chimborazo Community Gardens. It's a great spot. Also, right behind you, you'll see we've got some athletic fields and some fun stuff for people to play, even a kid's playground all the way on the other side over there. Great little spot. You can get on outdoors, even here in January. It's quite pleasant in the sun here, and you can see a bunch of people are still growing stuff, even in the winter. Welcome to another fantastic dog-friendly restaurant here in Churchill, the Hill Cafe. We love it. It's great for brunch, lunch, and dinner. Also, if you have those late night munchies, bring the pups out for a little walk and grab a snack. Come out to the Hill Cafe.
So we're standing in yet another of Merlin's favorite spots. He did not want me to miss this for you. This is, did you know we have our own, very own Statue of Liberty? Now granted, it's a little bit smaller than the one in New York, but I think it's pretty cool. And then behind that is Chimborazo Park. This is why it's Merlin's favorite. It's a great place to run around and just basically be a crazy dog if you want to. Now, Chimborazo Park has a very interesting history. It used to be one of the largest Civil War hospitals, obviously, during the Civil War. And if you were a soldier that was lucky enough to end up here, you had a very, very good chance of survival. They only had a 9% mortality rate here, which is remarkable. It had its own sewage system that kept it very clean. And if I recall, they actually made 10,000 loaves of bread a day here for all of the people that were here in the hospital. Isn't that interesting? Richmond does have so much cool history to learn about it. So I hope you've enjoyed our little tour of Churchill, one of my favorite spots in Richmond, and Merlin's too. We're still teaching Bonkers, but he'll get there. And feel free to reach out to us with any questions at all if you have questions about dogs or Richmond. I'm Michela with RVA Pups, and Chris is here behind the camera saying hi too. Have a super day.